yeah. Is this microphone working? It is, I think. So what we're doing here is a Blackbird podcast. We were meant to be in a tent, like I told you, but it was too shitty, so I commandeered this van. So we're in the back of a van talking about the Tifam festival. So, how you doing?
I'm grand.
I've never met you before. What's your name?
Sure.
James. You got thrown in deep in by...
I did.
So,
I did, and it's my first time at one of these festivals.
It's the first time this festival is happening. I think it's all these little incidents are to be expected. First time. It's going to be fuck up after fuck up, like.
Yeah.
But you're not shooting today?
No, I hate going into anything blind.
I won't blame you. One of the lads was just saying that he thought he brought his bow and all, a compound bow, and they're giving him this fucking trial bow.
Yeah.
But it's only for fun. It's meant to be just celebrating archery and meeting other clubs and stuff.
Yeah, and we've made some good contacts so far. So
That's another thing, networking.
Yeah. Especially after the shutdown, so...
Shutdown, yeah, fuck that.
Fucked everything.
I'd say there'll be no more shutdowns. The people surely would say fuck off, like.
I think so, I hope so.
I do too. Get your bow and fight for your cause.
Yeah.
But what club are you from? Are you
down,
with?
Down in Archers in Carlow.
In Carlow.
Yeah.
How's that? What's it like? I don't think I haven't been there. It's only my first year doing archery.
Yeah. It's been tough getting back going since the lockdown.
Yeah? Are you new, like, relatively new, or just getting back at it?
Club is 20 years old this year.
Really?
Yeah.
How many members do you have?
On the books there's 35. Regulars probably 12, 15.
That's a good consistent number to have, is a 12, 15 every week, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you have like an indoor range?
Yeah, we fire indoors in the Pres in Carlow on a Tuesday night, 7 to 9. And outdoors during the summer in Knockback College.
Nice. Yeah.
So that'd be out to 17, 90 metres depending on who wants to shoot that distance.
I remember my first outing in Laois this year, and it was like, there's 70 metres. I was doing 20 yards, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Up until this fucking thing. And it's the first target. And I was full sure I was going to overshoot it.
Yeah.
I didn't get close to the
it.
fucking thing. I lost an arrow.
Yeah.
But that's what it's all about. Breaking new ground, pushing yourself, and you know, how will I get to 70? I met someone from Dunbrody actually that day on our team, and he was like, telling me to get the shelf of my bow and get it to the top of the backstop, we'll say, and maybe up a foot or whatever. But I was thinking, I'm going to hit the sun. But that's exactly what you do. And then, you know, you develop it to your own measurements, the target finding when you're gap shooting anyway.
Yeah.
And I've been fucking hitting 60s and 50s sweet since then.
You were lucky, like, I normally shoot a compound set up for indoor target archery. So I basically only have 4 sight settings.
Right.
And what happens is you kind of get lazy.
Yeah,
whereas if you're gap shooting,
you have to earn it, like.
Yeah.
But did you ever do recurve? Or went straight to compound or what?
I actually grew up on a farm. I used to make our own bows.
Awesome. Nice.
So, shooting since I was a child, but I gave it up for probably 20 years.
That stuff doesn't leave you when it's in there early like that.
No, it didn't take me too long to get back into it.
Like riding a bike, as I say.
Yeah, and I got fecked up with recurve because I was always having problems with finger tabs and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's just throwing me off.
That's why you should just go hunter.
So I just went to compound then, and compound's a whole different ballgame.
The brother David, no, he does the compound. He's all in. Compound's his thing. If there's no compound, there's no archery. That's it. I'm the recurve all the way. It's just, it's funny how people are drawn to a particular...
Well, it depends. I have a mechanical background, like, so the timing and all. Sort it all out myself. I think a lot of people get compound bows and just throw them in the shed after a while when they start missing.
Yeah, because we're at a few courses there now this year, because like I said, it's our first year, you know, and everything is a fucking steep learning curve. Yeah. And like Dark Woods, for example, he's blind as a bat.
Yeah.
He can't see shit with the sights and whatnot, so it doesn't matter what kind of tricks you have on it.
I'm very bad eyesight. And that's one of the reasons another reason I don't shoot recurve is I can't see the target.
how much do you need to see, really?
Well, past 80 metres, I probably wouldn't see it.
No.
And glasses, if it was anywhere misty or foggy, glasses fuck up.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm lucky enough that way now so far. I've only slightly blurry vision.
So, like, I'm basically stuck with compound and clarifying lenses.
The whole 9 yards. It's an expensive boat to be involved in.
It is.
Just watching the brother, even just to change the string on it.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a fucking day, isn't it? A day. Mine is 2 minutes. Done.
Changing the time is just the time, getting the peep sight right. Realign the peep sight.
Realign everything, like.
Yeah. And then after a couple of 100 shots, the string's probably only broke in, so you have to do it all again.
Yeah. Because I even on my bow, actually, I got a string off of himself, the string fella.
Yeah.
Owen. Made a lovely string for me.
It does, yeah.
And it was, the amount of things you experience with it was weird. Because it's like, it's firm but light.
Yeah.
And it's fucking strong, fast.
Yeah.
And it was just, but it didn't feel like I don't know, you have these I don't know, what would you say? You think it's going to be one way, and you've no right to think this because you haven't a fucking clue what you're doing anyway. And it's like, it's all these things, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think it'd be this, I didn't think it'd be that. And now I don't want to shoot without that string. I've got 3 other strings in my quiver, but it's like, this string better last. I'm waxing it like fucking good thing every fucking week, you know what I mean? It's a beauty.
A well-made string compared to an off-the-shelf string is completely different.
Oh, and I like that, the fact that it's he made it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Even as regards wear, those background strings just tend to, you have threads on them every day of the week.
My guys now, the ones that came with the bow, kind of, they just look, it's like something went in it or something. And it was only a few months in, maybe 6 months in, and the string just felt like it lost something.
It's dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
So that was a bit of a bummer. But luckily for me, with recurve, strings aren't expensive anyway.
No.
And it's no big deal to put, although when I put Owens on, I was in a bit of a hurry. I was just back from work, the kids fucking hijacked me at the front door, and I was going somewhere, so I had like 10 minutes maybe, and they're like hanging off you, and I'm trying to put this fucking thing on. Next thing there's a crack.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh fuck, I broke my bow. But I didn't. All that happened was the string just slided up at the other end. So I was lucky. But I didn't go near that string for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The fear would be there, like I might break the bow. Because you never think that you could break the bow. But I don't know, can you, by putting the string on? But I didn't.
You can.
Thankfully. I heard a guy crack one over there a minute ago, one of those wooden bows.
I've seen guys hand string and recurve bows and breaking limbs because they let them twist when they're doing it. They didn't use a stringer.
Yeah, I'm guilty of this. Mick Seri down in Dunbrody at the Nationals there about a week or two ago. I was stringing it, and he was talking away, and I said, what are you doing with the bow? You're going to twist your fucking, at best you'll twist the limbs, at worst you'll snap something.
Yeah.
So it's like, sometimes you need someone that you kind of revere to say to you,
yeah,
oh, he's right, he knows better than I do, I'm going to use the string now for every time. And I've been doing that, so hopefully it won't fuck up my bow.
Life's a learning game.
And isn't it? Because at the start, I'm not joking, when we started the archery and I started to get a feel for the bow and stuff in the club, saying, fuck it, you know what? Let's say I'll be in the Olympics in like 5 years from now. And I was full sure. I said it to the brother, I'm not just saying this, but I honestly think I'm good enough for the Olympics. And he's like, what the fuck is this guy on, you know what I mean? But 2 weeks later, I was like, I'm so bad at this. Because you know, as you're trying something, you're like, how come I did this perfectly last week, and then you get a new bow, and you're back to square one all over again.
Yeah.
And you gotta kind of say, okay, well, this is okay. I'm allowed to be shit for a day or two, but I'll just practice.
You can be shit for more than that.
You gotta clock in the hours though, don't you?
It's all about muscle memory.
Muscle memory, and just keep at it. Because I mean, I got a backstop there recently now and some targets for practicing at home. But then when the torrential rain comes, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to go to your range if you have an indoor range.
Yeah. Practicing on indoor range and preferably with company is always better to shoot than
because you need a break as well, and you need someone to point things out to you.
Exactly.
Because when I was going there at the start, I was a bit of a psycho. I was like, I'm talking to no fucker here now. I'm here to do a job. Olympics, idiot. And I was just fucking tunnel vision. And for the first hour and a half, probably, when I start to notice I'm getting tired, so I'm going to be shit from here on in, but I'll keep doing it for the muscle memory thing. I had a good start, and there's someone there, I'll talk to them. And then it's like, you start talking more to people, and next thing you're having the crack, and then you find out we're all fucking mad. And it's good. You know what I mean? And it's more fun. You come in at home and you're kind of laughing out loud in the car when you drive home.
But like when you're shooting with people, it's amazing what you will learn.
Unbelievable. Like I said, with Mick up in Leash that time, with the raise your shelf up to meet that, and it'll help you get there faster. You know, you can key it in better. Because I like to see or make a mess. That way they know, well, that's a mess, and I know it's a mess because of A, B, and C, and I can adjust it. But I need to see the mess. I need to make the mess. Then I can fix the mess. I'll bring it to where I need it to be. Yeah. So it's kind of like that. I always cross-reference to, like, when I'm doing stonework or when I'm doing paintings. There's something similar in the archery. That's probably why I'm drawn to it so much anyway. But so it's like I can tune into a frequency that's the same on the other two when I'm doing the other two. It's cool. It works for me anyway. But it could be batshit crazy, I don't know. But it works for me.
Like, there's no right or wrong way. It's the way your own mind works. So.
Yeah, there's a guy down in our club now, Tifam. He's another hunter. Let me get this right now. Hunter recurve. That's it. We're Hunter recurve. And he's telling me that people have been telling him how to shoot like since day one. And he's like, but this feels right to me. And he says he just goes with what feels right. And he's a good archer, like, he's winning medals and stuff everywhere. But he just stuck to his guns and it felt right for him, and he's doing great. But if someone now maybe doesn't know him and they see him for the first time, like, oh, look at this poor fella, I better tell him how to shoot properly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them around. Yeah. And I've been trying to say to people, that's the beauty about archery. It allows the individual to bring their own thing to it, to marry into it, instead of having to go by these strict rules. So,
yeah, but for most people, actually, if they didn't have good form or they weren't taught good form, they'd never be able to hit it.
Well, you need a foundation, of course, but once you have your foundation with form and whatnot, there are things that your body, the way you're built, the way you're put together, will accommodate the bow and then the form and all of the rest of it, and then you might have your own little quirky way of doing something.
Yeah, everyone has.
So that's a beautiful thing. It allows that individual fingerprint into what you're doing.
Yeah, as long as they have some sort of basics.
Yeah, it's like driving a car. You get some people who are just shit drivers, but they know how to drive a car.
I would argue that one.
It's facts, They know this makes it go, this makes it stop. Yeah. These are speed limits. They may choose to ignore them, and so be it. That's on them, Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's basically the same thing. They can get in and start the car and drive it. Badly or good is a different thing. That's up for debate. Same with archery. See that it's like you get the medal, then you did good. It's not all about the medal. But everyone has their own personal little thing for the day. You're going to go and have the crack, you're going to meet some people, hopefully you have a good team, and there'll be a bit of banter. But your own little mission before you got out of bed that morning was, I want to get a fucking medal. If I get a medal, that means I did super today. That means I listened to my training up until this point. I was consistent, and my form was on point, and I'm correcting as I go, and I won a medal, so I did great.
But would you never think, right, I'm going into this now and right, I'm bang on. And then you get to the competition, you get target panic, for instance. Or
no. Do you know what I got?
Your first shot just goes mad.
Oh, that happens a lot, but I don't worry about it. It's like, oh, well, I should have warmed up. Tough shit. But I went to Dunbrody last week on the second day. The first day was pretty good. I was very happy with myself. Second day, but we were travelling. We shouldn't have travelled. We should have stayed there, because we were travelling nearly 2-hour drive to and from.
Yeah.
But that's not making excuses, because Saturday we travelled there and I was super. Sunday, travelled there. We did one thing different. We stopped at a garage because the brother was getting a refreshment or something. And I said, sure, I'll go in, wake up a bit. And he was getting this tea, so I got a tea. I thought, sure, why not? I should have got a Coke or something, but I got this fucking lemon tea. And two gulps, and that was gone, like, on an empty stomach. All that acid.
Yeah.
So 20 minutes later, maybe not half an hour later, we're on the site, and next thing my stomach is starting to fucking twist into this painful situation that lasted the whole fucking day. And I couldn't focus on jack shit. And on top of that, we were doing a 2-hour round, which I'm not crazy about anyway, because I don't get it when you're totting up the score and whatnot. But I still did surprisingly well. I pulled it out of the bag at the end of the day, but that cost me a medal, in my opinion, on the day, because if I'd continued the form from yesterday, which was you know, when you get out of bed, you just got that feeling, oh, today's going to be a good day. And then you make the mistake of having lemon tea, and that's your day gone. Shitter. Yeah. But you live and learn again. I'm not making it, just that's happened, so there you go. Should have had that fucking medal. But next time. Yep. There's always next time.
No lemon tea.
Fuck lemon tea. Fuck lemon tea. Go coffee or Coca-Cola, which I'm not for Coca-Cola, it's poison. 7-Up is perfect. Or coffee, but preferably coffee. So, do you do many competitions?
I haven't since before the shutdown. I'm going to go back at it next year.
Yeah, it's kind of winding down round now, isn't it?
Yeah.
This year, like.
I might shoot a couple of indoors before Christmas.
Yeah, I was kind of looking out for indoors. I think there should be a few coming up soon. The brother now, we go around our woods back in Galtee, and he'd say, we'll go to whatever number he's on about. I'm like, where the fuck is that? He said, you don't know where that is? We're here like a year. I don't fucking know. I know if I go this way, I'll probably meet this target. But you start talking numbers and shit, I'm lost. What? But he's got all the rules down. I'm like, what's that? I don't know shit. I just want to shoot my fucking bow.
So I know nothing about this. This is why I'm here today.
Yeah, well, they're not going to get much wiser today on that front, but like, it's good to network with people and go to find out, you know, going to other clubs and other different woods. I think it's paramount for your improvement. Yeah. Even if you don't get to your club once a week, but you get to a competition in a different wood, it's super. Yeah. It's super impressive for how quickly you come along, I think. Anyway, that's how I feel this year went for me, because, like I said, I was shooting 20s all the time. Then I go up the fucking leash. A 70? I didn't even know there was a 70, like.
Alright.
And I was stunned. I thought maybe there's a 60 at some stage. Straight in, 70. It's like, fuck, I don't even know how to aim for this. And the boys are there, like, you know, they're seasoned veterans. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because they have a different language as well. And a lot of the time, you know, it's just that workshop slang, if you will. And I don't know what the fuck. There was another one there where it's like A, B, C, D, the zigzag. So I just said, so what one do I hit? And I go, oh, just hit anyone you want. So I hit the second top one, and I got an X, and I was like, fucking nice one. So I went to shoot it again, but the two boys are looking at each other, and they're like, what are you doing? Because what do you mean? You said shoot anyone. He goes, yeah, it's a zigzag. So I lost 3 fucking arrows there straight away, like, you know, no score, and I was like, damn,
that's a bummer.
But it's a regular occurrence with me, because, you know, prized idiot. I just go there in a sleepy stupor at the best of times, and all I want to do is just, let's get at it.
Yeah.
Just let's get at it.
I used to find that, say on a 4-round competition, first 2 rounds would be poor enough, and have the break and go again, and scores start coming up.
Yeah.
The last round would always be the best, even though you'd be tired.
So you grow into the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people will start on a dinger and then at lunchtime fall away. Yeah. Or if they start missing, I've seen 1 or 2 now and they just implode. And that's it until they get to the break maybe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's that about? I don't get it. I truly don't get it.
It can happen. Like, people get tired of panic at any time. And once they see one miss, then it just gets worse.
See, when I miss, I know why I missed. Usually, because I've got so many, it's either above it or below it, and I usually get them mixed up across my wire. And I guess, well, fucked up there because I didn't take my time or whatever. I wasn't composed, but that's fine. I'll be grand.
Well, what happens to a lot of people is that they just can't release. They just.
I seen that too,
right.
and then they start shaking.
Yeah, and that's a massive problem for people.
They should watch Legolas in action. That'll speed them up. They just you can't be holding on to pressure like that.
No, I think I suffer from an odd time myself, and I think it's just that. Yeah, you're not trusting where you're sighted. You're not trusting your aim. It's just, I need that steadier. It has to be steadier. But I think the best way to get over it is if you take a few really quick shots.
Yeah, that'd be me all out. So quick in the morning.
Just 30 minutes to come up on the X, bang.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah, it's such fucking weird. That's an ocean of weirdness for me to get into the psyche of the individual shooting, because they're so different. So many things can happen, but it's like a clock in a way. The hand will get to you eventually, and it'll happen to you eventually.
That will happen to you eventually.
Do you know what I mean?
Guarantee that'll happen.
But you gotta own it. I think if you start owning shit and laughing at shit, you get through a lot quicker.
Oh yeah,
and you'd be better, let's say, equipped to deal with it better.
If I was practicing and I started getting tired, panic, I'd just go and get coffee.
Yeah. Me too.
But yeah, it will happen to you eventually.
But it's yet to happen to me, but I've no doubt it will happen because everything else seems to be fucking happening, you know. But like I said, it's your reaction has to be. It's only you're only out there having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, you're not at war yet. Don't worry about it.
You have it in your head now. I want that medal.
Oh, but that's a given. You gotta go there thinking, I'm getting me a medal today.
And next thing you make a bad shot.
Yeah.
Or you can't center on the X.
You can never center on the X anyway. I'm just like, it's thereabouts.
Yeah. So you have that advantage because you're shooting a bare bow.
Yeah.
The problem is when you get sights in a bow.
That's why I'll never get sights in a bow. There's a guy now in our club, Rich, and he's got the sights and he's like a goddamn satellite walking around the place. And I'm always busting these balls about it. So can you pick up 2 of them and that, buddy? But he's told me if he went doing hunter, he would be fucked because he's blind. I'm like, surely in this day and age, there's a way around these things.
No, I'm blind as well, so that's the thing, you're stuck with those sights.
I don't know, surely you can get an optician, a chat with an optician might help. Just specifically for shooting, when you're shooting some kind of eye gear.
Yeah, I've never found a cure for bar having the clarifiers.
Well, I was looking into it for something else, totally different. And apparently if you cut sugar out of as much as you can do, it should help dramatically. You should notice something within like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Was it 4 weeks or 6 days, something like that? I've tried it, but fuck it, man. I always fail. I don't get through a day yet without putting sugar in my coffee. I'm like, I'm not putting sugar in there. Oh, that's sugar. Should have thought it was coffee. Yeah. And you know, it slips in there, but sure, look, you gotta knock a crack out of it. You gotta laugh at yourself. I'm the first person I will mock and make fun of in front of a crowd of people.
Well, you have to be.
To put them at ease and make sure that there's no highfalutin bullshit going on. You know what I mean? Is that
okay. Look, I can bring it home and charge it at lunchtime if you want for an hour, and we could do that, okay? But I'll leave you using the rest of your battery for now, okay?
Well, thanks for going through all that trouble.
No problem. I'm leaving that there, you never know.
No problem. Sure, fucking look, I got the van. Don't mind getting the fucking thing charged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the first time they're doing this, so I had Marson actually down doing the podcast. Actually, how did I think of Marson? And I went through a trial run with him because the sound is shocking. As in, there is no sound, it's all going through that.
Right.
But I got the microphones set up and I got the laptop and I got the program, and then I had maybe 1 or 2 and the sound was better. It was like radio better. And then Martin came on, I said, this is perfect now because I'll have good sound for him. And I was going through everything. I said, if you want to move, because the way they're set up at home, you move the arm. You don't touch the microphone because that's already done and dusted. And all of that was done, and he was happy out. Next thing he goes, okay! He had the fucking microphone. And he put it on mute. But no one copped it. So it went down for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe. And then I went in to check it out. No sound. I was like, oh fuck. But I still had to put it up because the festival is like in a week or 2. So I said, fuck it, look, people are going to bitch and moan anyway, so might as well give them a good reason to bitch and moan.
Yeah.
But